The show where high culture and pop culture collide. Woo! Alright, hello! 2 contestants poised for action behind the keyboard. Welcome to the program. Oh, this should be an interesting show. I always find the interpersonal dynamics fascinating in games like this when one player has so much more ability than the other. Alright, first of all, we gotta pass out some hardware here. And there you go, to the both of you, 1 screw each. Alright, hey audience, what do you do when your neighbor doesn't know the answer to a question? You got it. Screw them. Buzz in and hit the S key. It forces your opponent to answer that question. You got it? Drivers, start your engines. Player 1, it's up to you. What are we doing? Alright, let's see what we're doing here. A good year to land on the moon. And it looks like you can win 1,000 greenbacks for this one. Okay, get yourself set. It's time. People who moved to California in 1849 to seek a fortune in gold came to be known as 49ers. What relative term could you use for the first astronauts to walk on the moon? The 65ers? Go for it, player 1. The 69ers. What were those boys doing on the moon anyway? Player 1, pick one. The category behind this question is Love on the Farm. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, do you remember that famous painting of that stern-looking guy with a pitchfork standing next to that even sterner-looking woman? That painting was called American Gothic. Now, if those 2 fictional characters in the painting were having an affair with each other, what might the tryst most accurately be characterized as? Adulterous? Player 2, what do you say? Polygamous? What do you mean, like a 3-way between the farmer, the woman, and the pitchfork? Player 1, go.
Oh, sorry.
Should have picked this. Incestuous. The characters depicted are supposed to be father and daughter. Hope he's gentle with that pitchfork. Okay, we need a category. Your pick, player 2.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey, hey, hey! Oh, look at the 2 of you there. You guys are cute. All right, you 2, I want to see some action, but nothing dirty. You got me? Now then, let's give you some pointy screws to go with the pointy heads. Listen up. Say the question comes up and your neighbor gets this blank stare on their face like they just hit their head on a cement block. It's perfect time to buzz in and hit the S key and make them answer. Got it? Now then, everyone's settled and regular? Good, we're off. Okay, we need a...
Let's have some fun. Here comes question 1.
This one's gonna be Locust on the Lido deck. And this one's gonna be worth $1,001 bills. Like many old folks, the biblical character Abraham likes cruises. If Abraham takes a trip on the love boat and acts in accordance with his behavior in the Bible, which of the following is he most likely to do? Almost, but not quite kill Isaac, tell Doc to repent and give up medicine, engulf Vicky in a torrent of fire, or stone Julie, your cruise director. Gotta buzz in first! Player 1, go now! Abraham is famous for almost sacrificing Isaac. I'm guessing Abe will be getting a loogie in his next Mai Tai. Player 1, pick...
Here comes question 2. It'll make you feel brand new.
Okay, coming up, this category is waxed legs and saddle sores. 2 G's for a right answer. Alright, look carefully at this picture and tell me which combination of movie titles best describes this picture. Taxi Dances with Wolves, Some Like It Ugly, The Magnificent Seven, Your Itch, or High Nooner. Player 2, grab it! The Magnificent Seven was a cool cowboy flick, and Marilyn Monroe's skirt flew up in the 7-Year Itch. They tried a similar scene with James Coburn in The Magnificent Seven, but for some reason it ended up on the cutting room floor.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Welcome to the show. Now listen, I don't want to hear any of that play nice, may the best man win crap. I want to see some blood. Got it? Now then, what do you guys say we play some game here? All right, first order of business, screws. Listen up. Say the question comes up and your neighbor gets that Mount Rushmore look on their face like they don't know what's going on. It's a perfect time to buzz in, hit the S key, and screw them. Then they gotta answer. Got it? Okay, we're out of here. Player one, it's up to you. What's next? Let's see what we got going. Fire on the mountain, run boys, run. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Hey, remember that Charlie Daniels song, The Devil Went Down to Georgia, about the fiddle contest? Well, say the devil goes down to Georgia again, but this time challenges Johnny to a classical violin contest. Who could the devil torture into building him the best possible violin? John Cage, Les Paul, Antonio Stradivari. Player two, great. Now, Les could get the devil a guitar. I hear the devil offered him a soul-selling deal, but Les sold his soul to a beer company instead. Player one, it's player one. Antonio Stradivari built the Stradivarius violin, which are considered the greatest violins ever built.
Antonio Stradivari, can you make me one of your good violins?
I done told you once, you son of a bitch. My violins are the best there ever was. May I please have a glass of ice water?
Player one, hit me with the category. And I believe this one's called All This Posing Is Making Me Tired. You get this one right, and it's $3,000. Okay, watch out, virgin ears. This one's a little saucy. Say Jenny McCarthy's doing another shoot for Playboy, and the photographer wants her to spread eagle. Considering the term's origin, how might she feel as she poses? Athletic like the Philadelphia Eagles, cheap like a United States quarter, powerful like a Jeep Eagle, or... While its wings are spread, the Eagle's legs on the U.S. quarter aren't. Boy, I bet you feel cheap right now. Player two, it's yours if you want it. The term spread eagle comes from the figure of an eagle with wings and legs spread on the emblem of the Great Seal of the U.S. Ain't that just like America? You try to do something patriotic and someone hides you under the mattress.
Greetings. Today is the Day of the Dead. Just think, if instead of being alive in an elevator right now, you were buried in Mexico, people would be eating and drinking and dancing on your grave. Anyway, how many of you are there? 1, 2, 3. We are prepared for such numbers. Are any of you first-time riders? Fantastic. Newcomers are always welcome. Yes, they are. And I'm sure you'll welcome the extra instructions we intend to give you during the game. Player 1, how many languages do you speak fluently? Okay, that's fine. Player 2, how many languages do you speak fluently? Thank you very much. Player 3, how many languages do you speak fluently? Yes, thank you. Your buzzer, Player 1, is Q. That's Q, as in Queen of Sheba. Player 2, your buzzer is the letter B. That's B, as in Thug Juice. Player 3, your buzzer is the letter P, as in Podunk. Enjoy the ride. See you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack the Ride is sponsored by Ye Old Booze Shoppy, slurring your speech since 1777. And now, here's your host, Buzz.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to You Don't Know Jack the Ride. My name's Buzz, and I'm going to be your guide on your trip down. What's at the bottom, you say? Well, let's just say it's a surprise.
Surprise!
Buzz?
Helen, what's the deal? What the hell is Buzz doing here?
Wait a second. Stand by, please. Cookie?
Helen, the trapdoor in the booth is open.
Cookie, what did you do?
What? I didn't do anything.
Jesus, Cookie, that trapdoor goes to the bottom.
The bottom?
Yes, the bottom.
Wow, that's kind of scary.
Buzz was supposed to be there, Cookie. There's been a change in the lineup. You're not going on again until after Buzz, Schmitty, and Guy.
Oh, come on. I'm into my second episode here. Now you're sending me all the way down to the 350th floor or something?
Cookie, get out of the booth. Ray, could you get Guy up here to host, please?
You know something? Guy's down on the Hollywood floor harassing Keanu Reeves. I don't think you're going to find him in time.
Fine, Cookie. Fine. You can keep going. Happy now?
I'm just here to do my job, Helen.
Let's just get on with it already.
Hey, I'm all about you.
And now, here's your host, the one, the only, Cookie.
Hey, welcome to the game. I hope all that time spent on the phone refined your language skills, because you're going to have to talk yourself out of this one. Okay, first off, got to give you your screws. Here's a bunch for all three of you. Now listen up, and I'm going to tell you why I'm passing these out. The first time a question comes up that you think might be on the difficult side, buzz in immediately and start pounding on the S key. That's S for screws. You're going to be shooting these puppies into the screen, totally annihilating the question and answers. Then you're going to make your opponent answer the question whether they can read any of it or not. So if you're not the one pounding on the S key, you better be trying to read everything fast before it's gone. And that's Flackjack. All right, get ready to ride. And hey, watch your language. It's up to you, player 3. Hit your buzzer to select a value. Well, you win some, you lose some. Badly. Here's the category. Gossip, the international language. Gossip. You know, in my experience, if there's one thing that loosens lips, it's alcohol. And, it looks like Ye Old Booze Shop left some samples here. What to do? Probably not a good idea for me to toss back a few brewskis during this game, but hey, they're free and I'm thirsty. You don't mind, right? Oh, what the heck. All right, let's get going. If your clique started speaking one of the clique languages, where would be the most appropriate place for you and your friends to hang out and gossip? Rural America? Player 1, hit it. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. The clique languages are African languages, but I don't know how many malls you and your punk-ass friends will find over there to inhabit. Player 1, buzz in and choose a value for us. Okay, give it up for... We will bury you with a foreign tongue. Okay, you ready for this question? $39.97 is on the table. Here it is. Suppose English language episodes of Kukla, Fran, and Ollie were to be broadcast in Russia. If heard by Russians who didn't speak English, what would the title sound like? Doll blah 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 blah, Mother blah 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 blah, Vodka blah 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 blah, or Dog Boy blah 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 blah? Player 3, make it happen. Don't stop with the S key, keep doing it! Player 3, who do you want? All right, Player 1, time to play multiple... 2, huh? All right. Player 2, Player 3, the time is now. All right, let's take a look at the right answer. Kukla is Russian for doll. And I'm guessing Russian viewers of Kukla, Fran, and Ollie will be thrilled. These are probably the best special effects they've ever seen.
Here we go!
Hey, hold your pants. I got a bum leg.
Hey, good to see you two. All right, welcome to the show.
So here's the poop. Question comes up, you hit your buzzer. When you know the answer, then you choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. You got it? Yeah, it's pretty simple. 2 players, 2 biters. Open wide. Here's the deal with these biters. If you think your neighbor doesn't know the answer to a question, but you want to make him answer it anyway, buzz in and hit the space bar to bite him. Okay, did everyone make? Great, let's go. Your call, Blue. This bad boy is chew on this. 20,000 bucks for a correct answer. Wipe off that finger, because here we go. Say you try a new brand of bubble gum called Hubble Bubble. What would make the best ad slogan? Taste the artificial heart sensation. See the burst of distant galaxies. Hear the sound of dangerous explosions. Or feel... The Hubble is that big telescope that orbits the Earth and photographs distant galaxies and stuff.
Hey, what are you chewing?
Hubble bubble. Oh, my teeth.
Your choice, Red. What are we doing? May I introduce MTV is our new government, and it's worth 20,000 bucks if you get this one right. All right, now listen up. You know how the real world starts out with the cast telling us that it's a true story about 7 strangers? Well, imagine you tune in one day and you hear this instead.
This is the true story
of 9 strangers
picked to sit on a bench
for the rest of their lives.
Find out what happens when people stop being nice
and start passing judgment.
What's the best name for this new show? The Real U.S. Cabinet, the Real U.S. House of Representatives, the Real U.S. Supreme Court, or the Real U.S. Senate? Blue, do it. Where am I? Hey, Red, what do you say? No, but can you imagine that?
Well, at first I thought this Newt guy was going to be a real jerk, and then I realized I was right. He's a total jerk.
The correct answer is... The Supreme Court has 8 judges and 1 Chief Justice, each handpicked by the President and required to interpret the law for the rest of their lives. Oh my God, we're wearing exactly the same robe? I cannot handle this.
So what? At least mine fits me.
You're so cruel.
Okay, first off, I want to thank both of you for showing up today. I had planned on spending time with my family, but whatever. Here you are, 1 screw for each of you. All right, a word on the screws. If a question comes up and you know your neighbor doesn't have the answer, go for the jugular and screw them. Just buzz in and hit the S key. I'm told that's how you screw. Simple enough. Okay, put down the instruction manual. It's time to get started. Player 2, which category do you want? Coming at you, Michelangelo and the Art of Morning Sickness. And you pocket 4,000 bucks if you get this one right. Here's the question. In what year did Botticelli likely suffer postpartum depression following his birth of Venus? 1276, 1482. Player 2, go! Botticelli painted the birth of Venus sometime around 1482. It's all just sexism, you know. I mean, a woman cries and laments, they stamp it with a clinical term. A guy does the same thing, they call it his blue period. Player 1, your category. Let's have a big warm welcome for lovable children's TV character, Think Again. $2,000 at stake on this one. All right, this one's a fill in the blank, so you buzz in, then you type in your answer. You got it? Between Smurfette, the Cookie Monster, Barney, and Huckleberry Hound, which one will never be your true blue friend? It's all yours, Player 1. Barney's not blue, he's purple. I believe he's modeled after the dinosaur known to paleontologists as Singing Saurus Rex. Time to select a category, Player 2.
show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Okay, kids, welcome to the movies. Put away the popcorn, get your feet off the seat in front of you, and please, no talking during the game. Okay, I trust you all picked up your 3D glasses in the lobby. Well, no time to turn back now. All right, first order of business, screws. Okay, say the question comes up and your neighbor gets that Keanu Reeves look on their face like they don't know what's going on. It's a perfect time to buzz in, hit the S key, and screw them. Then they gotta answer. Got it? All right, movie buffs, click your heels 3 times and repeat after me. There's no place like Jack. Your call, player 3.
I'm sorry, Dave. It's question 1.
Let's give a nice warm welcome to Superman Fools Around, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Okay, imagine the Daily Planet is holding a Christmas party and Clark Kent decides to play some practical jokes. Based on the powers he demonstrates in the first Superman movie, which prank would Clark Kent not pull? Reversing time so they all get drunk again, shrinking himself and hiding in Lois's skirt, telling Jimmy what his wrapped presents are, or tossing Perry off the roof, then catching him? No, hit your buzzer! Player 1? No, and Clark has been known to set the clock back to midnight at the New Year's party. Player 2, player 3, who wants it? Superman doesn't shrink himself in the movie. But I did hear Superman complaining of shrinkage after the party went skinny dipping. Category time, player 2, it's your call. Chew on this. Enough with the Die Hard thing. $1,000 at stake on this one. You know how the entire movie Die Hard takes place in a single night? Well, if screenwriters had to pitch one setting movies in Die Hard terms, which film would be pitched as being kind of like Die Hard at a table? My Dinner with Andre, Table for 5, Naked Lunch, or Breakfast at Tiffany's? Player 1. My Dinner with Andre takes place in one restaurant at one table for 2 hours.
Yippee-ki-yay! Mother of God, where is our appetizer?
Player 1, ante up.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Woo! Hey, sports fans, welcome to the show. Well, I hope you two are ready for some sparks. Let's kick it off. Screws, anybody? Okay, 1 screw for each of you. You know, I'm an equal opportunity screw guy. Okay, dig this. Say you get a question and you know that your neighbor knows that you know that neither of you knows what the hell the answer is. Then you better be the first to buzz in and hit the S key. That's how you screw your neighbor. It forces them to answer that question. Remember, if you're gonna get screwed, screw first. All right, all limbered up? Great, let's get going. Player 1, it's up to you. What are we doing? 1. The category behind this question is Moe, Larry, Curly, and Gretzky. Okay, swing this one and I'll give you $2,000. Everything in place? Because here she comes. Imagine that the Three Stooges and some friends form an NHL expansion team. What could transpire in a game that would give their opponent a power play? Curly scores on his own goal, Larry falls and cracks his... If Moe were sent to the penalty box, the other team would have a power play because the Stooges team would be short-handed. You know, come to think of it, Moe would make a good enforcer. Spread out! Player 1, it's your choice. What looks good to you?
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about 2?
And the category is, but can the big man sing? And we are talking $1,000 for this question. Okay, help me remember this guy's name. He led the NFL in rushing every season he played, and he never missed a game. He retired early to make movies and was one of a dirty dozen. Who is he? Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, Jim Brown, or Billy D. Williams? Jim Brown of the Cleveland Browns is considered one of the greatest running backs ever. He quit football at his peak while filming The Dirty Dozen with Lee Marvin in 1966. And who could blame him for leaving football for Lee Marvin? Player 2.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Well, one look at you three tells me it's time for Lifestyles of the Lame and Clueless. Oh no, the four of us together, it's like some bad canoe trip. We're gonna get started by passing out the hardware. About those screws, if a question comes up and your neighbor over there looks like Jethro trying to hook up a VCR, that's probably a good time to screw him. Buzz in, hit the S key, and then they gotta answer it, okay? Now then, I hope you went before we left, because it's time. Player 1, what's up?
And now climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
All right, give it up for a variety of failures. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. Right. Imagine this episode of the Brady Bunch Hour. Now, it may be a variety show, but the tensions in the Brady family are still the same, especially between Marcia and Jan. Because this was a regular feature on the Brady Bunch Hour, how might Jan's jealousy of Marcia finally be resolved? Carol pours hot oil over Jan and Marcia. Jan and Marcia have a boxing match. Trained Pekingese dogs attack Marcia, or a water ballet brings everyone together. Player 2. The Brady Bunch Hour featured not only everybody's favorite TV family, but also an indoor swimming pool and water ballet. Am I reading this right? Water ballet, courtesy of the Water Follies Swimmers. Just somebody tell me when Alice pops up in her two-piece so I can avert my eyes. Player 2, how about a category? Coming at you on the couch with couch potatoes. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Hey, guess what I'm holding in my sweaty little hands? A psychiatric chart for a popular sitcom character. See if you can tell me whose it is. Patient complains of stress caused by employment with New York Police Department. Situation exacerbated by his recently divorced friends moving in with each other. Ah, buzzer, hit. Player 1, do it. NYPD Blue? Yeah, well, not as much as that answer. Player 2, player 3, the time is now. Player 3. Nah, I'd imagine Beretta's problem would be how to clean all that bird crap off his collar. Take a shot, player 2. On The Odd Couple, divorced roommates Felix and Oscar are good friends with their poker buddy, Murray the cop. Okay, now let's pretend Murray moves in as well, and they call the show The Odd Threesome. Category. You don't know Jack. The Trivia Party video game is back and all new for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii, Nintendo DS, and PC. Everybody's favorites are still there. Twisted trivia questions, the this or that, screw your neighbor, and the Jack Attack. Plus all new face-melting features and surprises, including online play. From socialism to social networks, from bigamy to Bigfoot, from war games to drinking games, it's... You don't know Jack!
You Don't Know Jack, the irreverent trivia party game, is now on OUYA. everybody's favorites are there. Twisted trivia questions, the Dis or Dat, Screw Your Neighbor, and the Jack Attack. Plus, all new face-melting features and surprises. Like using your own phone as your buzzer. OMG! So put on your trivia pants and get ready to laugh, cry some more, then cry so hard you laugh, it's... You Don't Know Jack! You Don't Know Jack, the irreverent trivia party game, is now live on Facebook. Finally, you can prove to your friends that you're less stupid than they are. Everybody's favorite twisted trivia questions are there. The Dis or Dat, the Jack Attack, and an old favorite has returned. The Gibberish Question! Plus, all new face-melting features and surprises, including Play Against Friends, Achievements, new question types, and buttloads more. So prove to your stupid friends just how much stupider than you they really are. It's... You Don't Know Jack! Friends sold separately. You Don't Know Jack, the irreverent trivia party game, is now live on iPhone and iPad. Finally, you can prove to your friends that you're less stupid than they are. Everybody's favorite twisted trivia questions are there. The Dis or Dat, the Jack Attack, and an old favorite has returned. The Gibberish Question! Plus, all new face-melting features and surprises, including Play Against Friends, Achievements, new question types, and buttloads more. So prove to your stupid friends just how much stupider than you they really are. It's... You Don't Know Jack! Friends sold separately. You Don't Know Jack, the irreverent trivia party game, is now live on Android. Finally, you can prove to your friends that you're less stupid than they are. Everybody's favorite twisted trivia questions are there. The Dis or Dat, the Jack Attack, and an old favorite has returned. The Gibberish Question! Plus, all new face-melting features and surprises, including Play Against Friends, Achievements, new question types, and buttloads more. So prove to your stupid friends just how much stupider than you they really are. It's... You Don't Know Jack! Friends sold separately. Pop quiz! Which gaming console do you need to play multiplayer You Don't Know Jack on your TV? Time's up. The answer? None of the above. That's right. You can now play You Don't Know Jack on your TV with a bunch of people using iPhones and iPads as controllers. Wow! Just download the You Don't Know Jack Party and Jackpad controller apps for free. Apple's AirPlay feature magically sends the game to your HD TV. And voila! You're playing You Don't Know Jack on your TV using your phones as controllers. So let's recap. It's You Don't Know Jack. It's multiplayer. It's on your HD TV. No console needed. So, unless you're afraid of magic, download and play multiplayer YDKJ on your HD TV today. You Don't Know Jack! Friends sold separately. What's better than being able to own almost 20 years of classic You Don't Know Jack trivia games? Being able to own almost 20 years of classic You Don't Know Jack trivia games in one giant special edition wad. Introducing the You Don't Know Jack Classic Pack. 9 of your favorite You Don't Know Jack titles, plucked from the Jackbox Games time capsule and ready to play on your PC. All of your favorites are here. Volume 1 XL, Sports, Volume 2, Movies, Television, Volume 3, Head Rush, Volume 4, The Ride, and Volume 6, The Lost Gold. What better way to get reacquainted with the trivia game show that started it all? Pick up the You Don't Know Jack Classic Pack and start reliving the past almost 20 years of award-winning, side-splitting, drink-spitting trivia insanity today. It's You Don't Know Jack!
Binjpipe is excited to partner with Jackbox Games, the pioneers behind the Phones as Controllers technology that powers hit games like Fibbage, Quiplash, Drawful, and Trivia Murder Party. We're honored to join the next stage of their journey. But what is Binjpipe? Binjpipe is movies, miniseries, skippable commercials, non-skippable commercials, soundscapes, podcast recaps, streaming, downloading, meme novelizations, shareable sticker playlists, VR dining, oral histories of Twitter moments, listicle fan art, celebrity gossip freemium gamified graphic novels. Binjpipe is content, and everything is content. What if Netflix and Hulu had a baby and left it on Spotify's doorstep? What if you could watch ads and pay a subscription fee? What if Batman was real, but your dad was fake? What if Chance the Rapper got a job in statistics? What would his new moniker be? Movies, television, trivia, fart sounds, internet culture, high culture, pop culture, everything is content. And if you think all these things couldn't possibly come together, well...
You don't know Jack! We're back! God help us all. And we've got new features and lots of new stuff to make fun of. Hey, 8 players? Wait, did we make sure this game works with 8 players? I swear, if this thing crashes, I will not vamp for time like a total Rogowski.
What if a trivia game lived inside a fictional streaming service that lived inside a pack of 5 party games?
They get it already!
Binjpipe presents You Don't Know Jack Full Stream. The irreverent trivia sensation is back thanks to your premier fictional media streaming service, Binjpipe. Isn't that right, Binjpipe employee, Cookie Masterson?
Yes, that's right, creepy voice. Why, we've got old favorites like Binjpipe's Dis or Dat, and Binjpipe's Gibberish Question. And, of course, the return of me, Binjpipe's Cookie Masterson. Come on, I'm not reading this.
Our algorithm predicts you will.
Look, nobody cares about Binjpipe, the possibly evil streaming service and convenient framing device for this updated take on a classic game franchise. They want to hear about the all-new features like Player's Choice, data mining, oh, and the bigger, crazier Jack attack.
But Binjpipe cares about our consumers. With support for 1 to 8 players using your phone, tablet, or laptop as your controller, assimilating your friends into the Binjpipe family has never been easier or more mandatory.
It's also never been easier to annoy those friends with brand new screws that do crazy things on their devices while they're trying to answer the question.
And for streamers, your audience of thousands can play along.
But you better hope that audience is dumb, because the more of them who get the question wrong, the more cash it's worth for the players.
That's You Don't Know Jack Full Stream, one of 5 games in the Jackbox Party Pack 5, only on Binjpipe.
Yeah, well, the Binjpipe part is a joke.
Or is it?
It is.
But is it?
Yes!